Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be talking to you about right now, ladies and gentlemen, is about how most men are finally starting to wake up and they're saying to the world that we are refusing to be stepdaddies to other women's children that do not belong to them biologically. And we're going to dive deep into this stuff. I'm going to show you a bunch of men who got something to say about this. But first, before I get into the logical breakdown of this, I'm going to show you a simp who is championing the reason. I don't know how he really say that. He believes that you should be a stepdaddy no matter what. So I'm gonna go ahead and play him first, and then we're gonna get down to the real nitty gritty, man. Cause this was insane. Give me a second as I put it on your screen, y'all. You know how I get down. 1 second. Oops, wrong one. There it is. Now let's go ahead and get started. You tell me what you think about this now.
Any man who speaks that they cannot date a woman with kids, he has a mental problem. You see, it's not that he can't date a woman with kids. He don't know how to be a father. He don't know what it takes to be a real man to another woman's child. And this...
That's a beta male. I'm gonna tell you something though, man. I keep telling y'all, excuse me, that beta males, they are not, weak as you. Everybody think a beta male is someone that can't do anything, won't fight you. That ain't true. A beta male will fight you over a woman, man. A beta male will take you out behind a woman. A beta male will fight over the wrong things, though. Nothing masculine. You see all that feminine energy come out of him? It's gonna take a real man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. All right, now let's go ahead. I just want to show you that there's people out there who are so passionate about being a stepfather. And no man wakes up, no man on this planet in life starts out wanting to raise another man's child. Let's be honest. That just comes because you get attached to that woman. There ain't no such thing as a man who wake up and say, man, I just got to raise 4 or 5 different kids. It ain't mine. That's not true. All right. Now let me go ahead and give y'all some truth right quick. We're going to have a very good breakdown. Hold on. I'm trying to put on the screen for y'all, man. All right. Let's get it.
Let me start off by saying that all children are a blessing and a gift from the Most High, and they deserve to have a mother and a father present in their life. That being said, to be a stepfather for a man is a lot of risk and not necessarily a lot of reward. And let me explain why. Number one, you're taking on the responsibility without the authority. Number two, pretty much you're not her first choice. Number three, you're starting from 3rd place. Number 4, most men want their own family. And number 5, you're raising another man's legacy. And bonus number 6, the child is always going to seek out and make reference to the biological parent no matter what. So let me explain, starting with number 1, responsibility without the authority. You, as the man who is with a woman being a stepfather, you have all the responsibility of taking on being a role model, a positive male figure, and somebody who's going to help support her in raising her child. However, you cannot punish that child. You cannot yell at that child. You cannot discipline that child. You cannot spank that child. And anything you do anywhere near remotely to that will cause conflict.
See, women, I don't know why they don't understand this, but being able to discipline a child matters to a man. It matters to him if it is his own biological child, and it definitely matters if it is not. If he's going to come in there and take on all the responsibility of raising that child, he should have the right and the privilege to discipline that child any way that he wants to without consulting you. Okay, that's how it would be if that was his biological child. He would discipline that child without having to come to you and ask you, is this okay? See, when you become a stepdaddy, it's going to emasculate you. It's going to make you where you have to go ask that woman for permission to do this and that. And if there's a baby daddy that's active in that boy's life and he's a good father, he going to let you touch his child. And if there is a baby daddy who is not active in that baby's life, he still ain't going to let you touch his child. It's a lose-lose. It's a lose-win. The woman wins, the child wins, but you lose. Okay? It is not profitable. It is not beneficial. It is not good for a man to come into a woman's life who already has an already made family, 2 or 3 different bastard children, or one. It don't matter how many you got. That child is not his, all right? And if he's going to come in there and risk his life for you and that child, provide for you and that child, he has every right to discipline that child without consulting you. Period. It matters. Y'all act like it don't matter. It is important for a father to correct and discipline his child so that that child can grow up to be productive and to avoid some of the pitfalls that they are going to face later in their life, especially in their adolescent years. They got to get some discipline. They got to get some structure. And sometimes they have to force that into them. They have to break it into them. Break it down. You get what I'm saying? It's very important. Let's keep going.
The mother will not have it. She will go off and it will cause friction between you and the mother. That's number one. Number two, plain and simple, you're not her first choice. Whether you came along after and all that, the person that a woman gives a child to first, whether she knows it subconsciously or consciously, it's saying, this is the best I can do. This is the shining star. This is the man whose DNA I want to procreate and bring life forth with.
Like I said before, you are either a woman's first choice or her best choice. And if you are her best choice, you're not her first choice. Because when you are her best choice, it's because you look good on paper. It's because you are able to produce. It means that you are productive. It means that if she gets with you, she'll have a roof over her head. She know that you're going to be a provider. She know that you're going to be a protector. She know that you're going to lead them in some kind of way, that you're going to look over that child that belongs to another man. When you are her first choice, she don't even think about that. She just knows she's in love with you and she want to give you the world. She want to give you a child. She's not even requiring the same things from the man that was her first choice that she is now requiring from the man who is the best choice, okay? You're never going to come first. It's going to be that child, her, the baby daddy if he's involved, and then you're going to be at the bottom. You're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole because that woman has to always talk to that man if he's active in that family, in that child's life, about school supplies, about school clothes, about this, that, and the third, okay? So you're going to always have another man in your relationship. She would never be 100% yours. She's going to be about 25% yours, and then the other percent, let's say about 40% his, and the remaining percent is going to be the child. You get what I'm saying? You will never have this woman to yourself completely. And worst off, you will not be able to spread your last name throughout the earth when you are taking care of another man's legacy. So most women, when they reach a certain age, if they got 2-3 kids already, they don't want to have no children. They'll tell you that they will have it, but they don't want to have them. You get what I'm saying? So now you may be childless, and then you with a woman who has these different children, these different men's legacy, creating more legacy throughout the earth while your bloodline dies out. It is not profitable. It is not good for you to get in that type of situation, especially if you are childless. Let's keep going.
So anything after that, back of her mind, that's her first choice, was the man she gave a baby to first. I don't care what they tell you. Number three, you're starting from third place. Now, naturally, people always gonna put themselves first. So as the man come in a relationship, the woman come in a relationship, odds are you're second place from the beginning. But with a child or with children, if she has more than one, that means you're in third place, fourth place, fifth place, because any mother of honor and respect is gonna be putting her child first. That just is what it is. You're not gonna have the spontaneity. You can't just say, baby, put on a dress, let's go out to eat. None of that. You always have to have provisions in place for the child that she has or children she has. Number four, most men want their own families. Most men want to come into a relationship with a woman who has no children, and man, woman, create child, children, family, nuclear unit. They don't want to come into a batteries included situation. I know women don't want to hear that because the majority of y'all have children already and are not with the man you had the child with. But that is the truth, okay? And last but not least, you're raising another man's legacy. All of that money, all of the taking the kid out to play basketball, all that, the real factor of it is you don't have rights to that child if you and the woman don't work out. So you can pour love and time and energy into this child, but at the end of the day, if you and that woman break up, you have no rights. You have no...
Exactly, because it's not your blood. You can spend all that time, energy, money, everything on the planet on that kid. As soon as she get mad at you, she got to leave and she's going to take that kid with her. And you can't fight for that kid because it's not your bloodline. But you know who can fight for that kid if she takes it? The biological father. The biological father has the right to go to court and challenge that. But you, who been with that woman for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, 5, 10, 15 years, say 5, 10 years, and anything she want to do, if she want to go, you can't stop her. Even though you got a bond with that child and that child has a bond with you, she has ultimate authority over that child. See, look, when you're a stepfather, it's like you are in charge, but not really. It's like you're in charge, but not really. When you are a stepfather, you are not the coach, you are the assistant coach. You are not the manager, you are the assistant manager. The assistant manager got to go consult with the manager before they make some really big decisions. So that means that you always going to be a subservient to that woman when it comes to raising and rearing children that are not yours.
Custody, you have no power, you have no connection if she chooses not to let you have it. So you're investing in something that can be taken away from you at any given point. And more importantly than that, if you try to do something like discipline and there's a man that's actually involved in the life of that child, now you face the wrath of the father, the real biological father. Because some of these men like myself, you do something to their kid or say something to their kid, they will pull up on you. Okay, so that is the main thing. You're raising another man's legacy. Your finances, your time, your energy is going towards another man's child.
Yep. I think we broke it down logically. Anyway, you let me know what's going on, what y'all think about it. And to let y'all know, there will be a live stream this Sunday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. Live stream this upcoming Sunday, 5:30 Central Standard Time. And I'm going to be using scriptures with some clips in my own points of view. Okay. And what I'm going to be focusing on is how the Bible instructs you not to trick on women, not to be following behind women like a beta male. Okay. Not to be a sucker. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about this upcoming Sunday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. Okay, now you let me know how y'all feel, big baby. All right, y'all take it easy now. You hear?